Hi everybody, welcome to the Antique Showcase. We're here today at Treasures, Trinkets, and Trash with owner, collector, picker, and auction addict Dan Gopin. Should be fun.
Hello folks, and welcome to the Antique Showcase with your host Holly Natwara. Follow Holly as she takes you on a tour of the best in antiques and collectibles. Coming up, we'll be talking to Jeff Brown, and he'll be showing us some of the items he's been collecting.
When you want to find the largest selection of items and collectibles around, the best place to go is Treasures, Trinkets, and Trash. Local and family owned, located at the corner of South Rock Boulevard and Heimer. Treasures, Trinkets, and Trash features 30,000 square feet of furniture, tools, clothing, toys, artwork, collectibles, and so much more. They're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 and Sundays from 11 to 4. This is the place to find your treasures.
For over 100 years, Northern Nevadans have slept in comfort with the help of Reno Mattress Company. Hi, I'm Mike Berry. Can you flip your mattress? If not, let us custom make your next mattress. We offer Talalay latex rubber, memory foam mattresses, foam rubber cut to size, water beds and accessories, electrical adjustable beds, and more. Plus, we specialize in custom sizes for your home or RV. Reno Mattress Company has been the place to shop since 1910. Come visit our showroom at 1210 East 4th Street. And remember, if you sleep on it, we can make it.
My name is Kathy, and I want to tell you about Somewhere in Time. The Antique Mall is located at 1313 South Virginia Street, and we're open Monday through Saturdays from 10 till 6, Sundays 11 till 5. We have 19 different vendors, and we have a wide variety of antiques and collectibles, memorabilia, neon and beer collectibles, sun purple glass, vintage Pyrex, vintage jewelry, Blanco glass, oil lamps, casino memorabilia, vintage toys and scout memorabilia, comics, and really too much more to describe. So please come down and see us. We'll be looking forward to that. Thank you.
We're here with Jeff Brown, and he brought something in today that I am very, very interested in. I love old tools, and I've never seen this before. So Jeff, can you tell me about this?
Yes, this is actually a battery tester. It was probably made in the 1930s, and you'd keep it in a tool chest. And it kind of looks like a cattle prod, but it's got a little dial on here, and you would take one of these metal prongs and stick it to the positive side of the battery.
For a car battery?
Yes.
Okay.
And, batteries, when you turn them over, the lights would dim, and you had an alternator and you had a regulator. And then, so one of these prongs would touch the battery, and the other prong would touch the metal part of the car. And then the dial would tell you whether the battery was good or bad or weak. And something like this is maybe a $25 or $30 item in an antique store.
That is awesome. I really, really like
And it's
that
in really
a lot.
great condition. It's got original paint on it.
Have you tested it? Does it still work?
It works fine. It was probably wasn't used that much, and it probably sat in somebody's toolbox for 50 years.
Yeah. Very, very cool. What else did you bring us today?
Well, I brought in a little savings bank from Hollywood, California.
Oh yeah, I've seen these before.
Yes, you stick a little coin in the side of the bank, and you just flip the dial here, and the coin drops into the bank. It's from 1942, and it would actually give you the amount. You could stick in a nickel, a dime, or a quarter, and it would actually register up to, I think, $10.
So this is something that a bank would give out to encourage people to save when they open an account? Or?
Right, you would get it as a free gift. Sometimes they give out little coffee banks or coffee tins. So these were things, if you opened up an account for like, say, $25, you get a little bank like this. It's got a key on the bottom.
Nice. So a lot of times the key is lost, right?
They're always missing, which makes them virtually worthless. So with the keys, this one's in excellent condition.
Yeah, the paint looks undamaged in any way.
And it's not that inexpensive item, maybe $15, $20.
So, and how often do you get these where there's still money inside?
Occasionally there will be money in there, but usually people just want to test them out to see if they worked. You don't find anything really rare.
Yeah.
I have found some items in books and Bibles, like paper money and currency, but nothing recently.
Yeah. Cool. Show me this little book you have right there, because I thought that was really neat also.
Well, I found this book in a little bookstore. It's from 1867, and it's from England.
The condition is fantastic for being that old.
Yeah, it's almost 150 years old.
You would think it would have disintegrated by now.
Really. And it's got little conversion charts for pence and shillings and pounds, and
I guess they had better eyesight back then.
it's really small. And they would write in like their expenses. Like I saw something in here for stamps, for food, flour, sugar, and they'd write, about the weather and if they were delayed or what they spent at a doctor, maybe 50 cents. It's pretty interesting to see the way life was 140, 150 years ago.
And where did you pick that up?
I got this at a little store in Carson City.
Nice.
I have a couple other things here. I have an old duck decoy. This one was probably done between 1890 and like 1910.
Wow. Can I hold it?
Sure. And the
That's
duck
beautiful.
itself has a little...
Like a waiter?
Yes, which never ever comes with the item. This weighs about 8 or 10 ounces. The duck would go into shallow water, and you would throw this into the water so that the duck, if it was windy, it wouldn't just blow away if it was on a big lake or something. So the ducks would all kind of like stay together, kind of like a boat anchor.
I never even thought of that. All these years that I've seen duck decoys, I never thought about anchoring it.
Right.
I just thought that they floated on the water. And
this one here was done by somebody, and then his wife painted this to make it as a decoration.
yeah, this is really unusual too. Normally you see it more like a real duck.
Right, because you wouldn't attract a lot of ducks with just flowers and...
A lot of bees maybe.
Yeah. So, and on the bottom of it, it's got two little metal pieces. And you would, after the duck was in the water, you'd want it to dry out, so it'd be elevated slightly.
Okay.
So it wouldn't get waterlogged. This is a really nice piece. They go for anywhere from about $150 to maybe $1,000. I haven't done much research on it. It didn't cost me that much money, so I figured I would take a chance.
Now, I know that some duck decoys can go for even thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, depending on who the carver was.
Right. It's really difficult to tell. There are books on decoys, and I'm sure this one was done around the turn of the century.
That's beautiful. And this here, too, this is probably a turn-of-the-century item as well,
That's
right?
definitely a turn-of-the-century item. It's a boot scraper, so people would keep these out on the farms. Like, the majority of the population wasn't in major cities, so you'd be out on a farm, you'd have 100 acres, 200 acres, you'd be out there with your boots, and you'd be dragging mud inside the house. So this thing would sit, it weighs maybe 10 pounds. This would sit outside on somebody's porch, and they would actually scrape their boots on the cat's back. Some of them have holes drilled in them so that they could
Anchor it to the porch.
Right. This one is not like that. These go from $150 to about $3,000.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I've never seen a cat before either.
Right.
I've seen a lot of dogs.
You definitely, I'd say 70% of the items that are for sale on whatever website you're looking at, they're going to be dogs. And the cats are much, much rarer.
And so being cast iron, does this ever wear down, or does this hold its shape usually?
It holds
for
its
something
shape.
that's
It probably
been
wasn't used that much. But it would take a lot of scraping to get this thing to have wear on it.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. And so where did you pick that up?
I picked this up at a California antique dealer. And I kind of have like a secret place that I go to, and
Yeah,
we just
a secret
stumbled,
place he's
we
not going to
stumbled
let
upon
any
it
of us
when
know
we
where that
were
is.
when we were eating. I stumbled upon it, and the lady passed away about 25 years ago. So now their heirs are selling out their things. So they kind of took a liking to us, and I'm getting a lot of really, really good stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
I do
Good for
travel
you.
all over the country just to try and look for oddball stuff. So I do a lot of antiques and other items. So this is one of the more unusual items I just came across. Got it about 2 days ago.
Nice. So at that place, it's kind of like Christmas every time you go,
It's definitely like Christmas. I kind of bundle everything and tell them what I'll pay, and usually they're pretty good about it.
So Jeff, last time I talked to you, we talked a lot about currency. I
Right.
didn't realize that you had such an interest in other areas. Do
yes.
you have a particular other area besides currency that you like to
I like
collect? or-
depression glass.
I saw some pink depression glass over there.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
No. And I like old china, like Flow blue china. That's also from 1860s to like the 1920s. I collect bottles and old books. So the books they're very interesting, and there's a lot of money in books, which I never realized, because I started out doing coins and stamps and sterling silver. So there's definitely a lot of things. You just have to do the research.
Right. Well, and I find too for myself when I'm out there picking, I also like books. I personally like books. I tend to keep way too many of them. But a lot of people don't know there's still a value in books. And I think as the internet increases and Kindle and all of that, books are going to become rarer and rarer. And the paper quality also, like your little almanac, they
Right.
tend to fall apart and disintegrate. So to find a book in good condition, they can be worth some really good money.
I like the really older dealers. Dealers that are older than me that have been collecting for 50, 60 years. They're wanting to get out of the business. They started in the 60s and 70s, and they basically want to retire. They can't do it forever. And if you can buy in bulk or in quantity, you can usually get a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
You don't have to know everything about what you're doing. If you like it and it looks really interesting, you can do the research later on, because sometimes we were just driving on Route 80 to Sacramento, and we passed a little garage sale, and it turned out to be a winery from the early 1900s that was going out of business.
Wow.
I saw like 5 or 6 people just milling around. We backtracked, came back, and we bought like 40 pieces of Flow.
Nice.
We bought some chamber pots with pictures. We bought some antique furniture. We just got so much stuff. It was
Yeah.
it was crazy.
Well, I find, if you buy what you like, probably somebody else is going to like it
Right.
too.
Definitely,
So,
definitely.
it's a
That's
good-
really the case.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jeff. It's always
Right.
good to
It's
see you.
always a pleasure to be
All right.
here.
Well, good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Okay,
bye-bye.
bye-bye.
After the break, we'll join Holly as she talks to the owner of Treasures, Trinkets, and Trash, Dan Gopin, who'll tell us about some of the items you'll find there.
For the best in hair and makeup, check out Forever Young Hair Studio. Located at 120 Thomas Street, Suite 2, Midtown. Wow, what happened to your computer?
It fell off my desk.
Technology Center can fix that for you in a heartbeat.
When your computer has any little mishap, bring it here to Technology Center. Our trained and certified techs can replace just about anything, any parts, or repair any problems. We can do any kind of upgrade that you need, including hard drives, video cards, and memory upgrades. Our techs are experts at reinstalling your operating system to optimize the speed of your computer. We service PCs as well as Macintosh. If you can't find the part in our store that you need for the do-it-yourselfer, we can usually get it for you in 2 to 3 days.
RL Hair Center in Midtown offers great non-surgical solutions in hair restoration.
I plan to keep the hair I've got thanks to RL Hair Center's complete line of topical solutions.
It looks and feels like your own hair.
Really, guys? Look at this, and then look at this.
RL Hair Center will help you reclaim that youthful, vibrant look you once had.
You're never too young to get your game back.
Call today for a free consultation and hair analysis.
RL Hair Center, the best in non-surgical hair replacement.
So here we are at Treasures, Trinkets, and Trash, and this was something that immediately caught my eye. They're fantastic. Unfortunately, they are sold already. I would think something like this would go pretty quickly, but I just wanted to show you some of the high quality items that they have here, and it's just amazing. I want to ask Dan where he got these, so I'm very much looking forward to our interview when I can find out where he found this very, very special treasure here today. Welcome back. We are here with Dan Gopin, the owner of Treasures, Trinkets, and Trash. Dan, thank you so much for joining us today. This is an enormous and impressive warehouse store you have here. How long have you been at this location?
We've been here just over 2 years.
2 years now. And things are going well for you?
No complaints on my part.
Nice. So where do you get all of this stuff?
That's always a good question.
Yeah.
Some of it I don't know where it comes from. It just turns up.
Like things multiply in the night?
Yeah, the whole business has a mind of its own. It just grows all by itself. People say it's my fault
Yeah.
for starting it, but I get it from everywhere. Auctions, estates, moving vaults, factories, closeouts, shelf pulls, you name it. Wherever you can find it, I seem to find it.
Yeah.
Or it finds me.
Right. That's the way, I think, with a collector addict picker, right? No matter where you go, somehow something ends up coming home with you.
That's an understatement. Usually it's trailers come home with me.
Oh, yeah, right? So, how big is this place?
Combined, we have a total of 50,000 square feet.
50,000 square feet of stuff to come look through. So make sure you come on down here. So how long have you been collecting?
I would probably say since I was about 10 years old.
Since you were 10 years old, and what, you're like 20 now, or?
Yeah.
You look good.
Last count, 20. Of course, I started counting backwards at 40.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Is there a particular area that you are most interested in, or are you pretty eclectic in your collecting?
It's very eclectic. I change as I learn more. At one point it was a lot of cameras and cars and toys and knives, and as I've learned more about different items, I've got into a lot of glass, a lot of paperweights, tools, pictures, art. It just always changes. Whenever I find something that looks cool and I want, I keep it.
Right. I was talking to Jeff in another episode. Because I buy what I like. I don't necessarily buy for the market. I do educate myself about the market, but I tend to buy what I like. And sooner or later, somebody else is going to like that too. So
that seems to be the case. A lot of what I buy and want to keep, people always want.
Right.
So I always change it, and you never know what I'm going to find next that I may want to put aside for myself, and then find more of it and find out there's an enormous market for it.
Right. So do you find that you keep a lot of what you find, or do you keep things for a little while and then end up letting them go?
If it's very personal, if it has a memory, associates to a memory, I'll keep it. But eventually I turn things over.
Right. There's always a price for everything, right?
Well, I only have so much space.
Only have 50,000 square feet of space.
But it's overflowing.
So one of the items that I saw, beautiful restored gas pump back there. I think it's a mobile gas pump. Is that for sale right now, or is that kind of in your, I'm not sure, this is by my desk, I like to look at it for a while?
Actually, that at one point was going to go in a corner and stay there, and now it's pretty much for sale. Anybody that offers the right amount can have it.
Can I ask you what would be a I'll let it go price on something like that?
I'd probably be looking around $4,000.
$4,000. And it's been completely restored, right?
Yes. The story I got from the person that I obtained it from was that Rick down in Las Vegas,
From Rick's Restorations?
Rick Restorations, did do it. I've never been able to fully authenticate it, but recently I saw an episode of Pawn Stars, and what I believe is the exact same gas pump was in the background.
All right. Well, I hope it is. We were talking earlier, and Rick doesn't sign anything. He's not, he doesn't leave his mark on anything. So it's kind of difficult to for sure say it's from him. But based on the provenance that you have, you're pretty sure that it's been.
From the time that I've had it, and from the time that the person had it before that, the episode makes sense.
Yeah.
So.
Very cool. Some of the other items I wanted the guys to shoot were two beautiful wood carved dragon pillars back there. Those are gorgeous. Can you tell me a little bit about those?
I went to an auction from an old Chinese restaurant. I know they had them for over 50 years. I don't know how far they date back. They were sold recently to a local woman. She remembers them from the restaurant and had to have them in her house.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. And you've got a nice wood-carved Buddha in the front. He's pretty big. He looks like he's about four feet tall,
I'd say. 4 feet tall and about 300 pounds.
Yeah, and a couple of other gorgeous food dogs. And I saw some awesome Asian lamps back there. Beautiful print, too, that you said was from that same Chinese restaurant that I thought was really, really nice.
And many other pieces that are scattered throughout the store.
Yeah, I know that Asian art is really something that's in high demand. Are you finding that true here at the store?
Sometimes. It depends on the piece.
Yeah.
Some people love the simplistic parts of it, and other people want the complicated. Most of what I have is kind of large for most homes.
Yes.
So,
well, yeah.
And I appreciate it myself, so it's on the wall.
Right.
And if someone wants to buy it, they're more than welcome to.
So, and in your back area also, you told me that you've got two original Kastabis back there.
Serigraphs and artist proofs.
Well, but they're signs, right? Signed by him.
Yes, they are signed with COAs.
Yeah, those are very cool. And then I was particularly impressed with your motorcycles, the paintings of the motorcycles. That's a local artist
A
here?
local artist came in, brought me some prints, and asked me if I'd be interested in them. He's sold them at other events and has had good success with the smaller ones at events, but when it comes to the very large pieces, it's difficult for him to display them.
Right.
So I love them. I bought them.
Yeah.
I've sold quite a few of his pieces already.
Yeah.
More and more people are coming in.
So, I don't know if you know this, but there was an auction at New Used Works in Fallon, a couple months ago, and there was a beautiful Harley there that I very, very much wanted for my birthday, but I didn't get it because somebody else picked it up. What happened to that Harley?
It's for sale.
Is it?
Yeah.
Goody! My birthday's coming up pretty quick, so I don't know. Maybe I'll find that out in my driveway sometime soon. Have you been riding it at all? Is it running well?
It needs a fuel pump at the moment, but it does run very well.
Well, it would be a big upstep from my vintage Puch moped. I have a 1977 Puch moped, so it would be a big step up from
With
that.
the pedals?
Yeah, with pedals.
Maybe we can talk about trading.
Like a trade?
Yeah.
An even trade?
I wouldn't quite say even. You might get the foot pegs.
All right. Well, thank you so much for letting us be here today.
Thanks for coming down.
Yeah, it was awesome, and I'll definitely be back. I encourage all of you to come on down here to Treasures, Trinkets, and Trash. Dan's here. You can ask him about stuff. He's knowledgeable about everything here in the store. And once again, thanks so much for joining us here today on the Antique. So these are some original paintings by a local artist here in Reno. They caught my eye right away, and Dan told me the guy that does these lives in the area. I especially like this one. I think this is a Triumph. I think that's an old Harley, and that one down there might be a BMW. And if you pan on up here, oh, it's way over there. Too bad. That's an old Indian way up there. So he's got quite an assortment of the different classic motorcycles here. If you're a motorcycle fanatic or an art collector, I recommend you come on down here and find out the pricing that Dan's got on these here at Treasures, Trinkets, and Trash. Check it out.
Hey Mom, what are you doing?
Well, the sale's over. We've been doing it for 6 months now.
Mom, we've been doing great. All our customers have been coming to us, even the dealers have been buying from us.
You know, you're right, but guess what? You get to put the sign back out.
Great, thanks Mom.
Wow, what happened to your computer?
It fell off my desk.
Technology Center can fix that for you in a heartbeat.
When your computer has any little mishap, bring it here to Technology Center. Our trained and certified techs can replace just about anything, any parts, or repair any problems. We can do any kind of upgrade that you need, including hard drives, video cards, and memory upgrades. Our techs are experts at reinstalling your operating system to optimize the speed of your computer. We service PCs as well as Macintosh. If you can't find the part in our store that you need for the do-it-yourselfer, we can usually get it for you in 2 to 3 days.
RL Hair Center in Midtown offers great non-surgical solutions in hair restoration.
I plan to keep the hair I've got, thanks to RL Hair Center's complete line of topical solutions.
It looks and feels like your own hair.
Really guys? Look at this, and then look at this.
RL Hair Center will help you reclaim that youthful, vibrant look you once had.
You're never too young to get your game back.
Call today for a free consultation and hair analysis.
RL Hair Center, the best in non-surgical hair replacement.
My name is Kathy, and I want to tell you about Somewhere in Time. The Antique Mall is located at 1313 South Virginia Street, and we're open Monday through Saturdays from 10 till 6, Sundays 11 till 5. We have 19 different vendors, and we have a wide variety of antiques and collectibles, memorabilia, neon and beer collectibles, sun purple glass, vintage Pyrex, vintage jewelry, Blanco glass, oil lamps, casino memorabilia, vintage toys and scout memorabilia, comics, and really too much more to describe. So please come down and see us. We'll be looking forward to that. Thank you.
Well, that's it, folks. Thanks so much for joining us here today at Treasures, Trinkets, and Trash. I hope you enjoyed the things that you got to see, learned a little something, and you'll be back to see us next time.